you have the technique so good. Dan's
Alright,
dancing.
I just started the recording and Dan's just dancing. That's so perfect.
Episode 5.
Costume
Halloween.
times. With special guest, Terry Neck Harrison.
Justin Rader's here. Oh my god.
Oh, Terry Raider.
How big is your dog now, dude?
Ryan, you drinking Coca-Cola over there?
Yes, sir.
Well, welcome everybody to episode 5. You know who we are.
Yeah, episode 5. Still alive.
Welcome back. You know who it is. Dan, Brian, Patrick, and our guest, Justin. We're all excited
Justin
to
Raider.
start this Halloween episode while PJ is currently making his costume and I'm embarrassed to wear mine / love it. If you know who I am, comment below. But that's not what I am.
Well, if you know who you are, everyone knows who you are.
Who am I?
You're Dan Artuz.
That's not who I am today.
Bro, those are your, be
not-
honest,
you
that's
told
where you go to
us.
bed in every night. Those are your pajamas. You throw that on, you get all settled in, you
Yeah.
go to sleep.
But look, if you were like flying on a plane, like this is like the perfect thing. Because honestly, watch, you could just do this and go to sleep in it.
Look, I'm a mummy.
Right?
I look like a ninja.
You do. You look...
PJ, you have a little bit of Taliban in that.
Yeah, just a.
But I mean, like
Or
I
is it
said,
the
the whole
KKK?
thing came together a lot better than I was expecting. So it's
I agree. I did not expect much out of that at all. I
I
expected
got
more out of
the roll.
this.
I got a roll up here
all
too.
the way. Yeah, you literally you
Patch
have
any
that roll
leaks?
to go. You should just keep going.
PJ, alright, we
Might
need
as
to
well, right?
Going throughout the
we need to
entire
get
episode.
focused. We need to get focused, alright? Or then you just stop. Wrap yourself up.
I think
I can't
we're
even-
focused enough right now.
I can't even
We're
see.
as focused as we need to be. Shit! It broke.
You got it. You're good. You got that like double ply shit. Look, works good.
I really don't.
I
It's
feel
so
like I could be a
thin.
turtle.
Oh, it ripped.
So I hope everyone is enjoying our costume show off right now. Of course, we did not make our guest dress up, but if we want, we can, because I do have a costume for him. However, this is the Halloween episode 5, scariest one yet. We got ourselves the turtle, the mummy, and the teller,
Ugh.
and the dad. We got dad. His costume is dad, but he's not really a dad. He's just a man.
What?
He's a dad of a
I'm
dog.
Batman!
I'm a mummy. We're doing
UAD.
costume. Yep.
Okay, wait.
Everybody on the everybody watching wanted to know. Patrick is currently getting yelled at. This is what happened.
I'm a mummy. I'm going to say it so casually, though. What are you doing? I'm a mummy. What does it look like?
So,
Alright, I'm done. I
now
finished
that we're
the roll.
talking about Halloween, what do you guys think the scariest, or what's your favorite Halloween?
Hold on, we gotta wait for PJ
movie
to
watch around the holiday.
fucking...
He's done. He's good. He's got
There's
to-
so
gotta
much
let him go.
rustling.
He's a mummy. He's
Okay.
coming back to life.
Alright, I'm good. We're settled. Let's get settled.
Alright, it's time to be Batman.
Brian,
Did you
what's your
fix the
favorite
video this week,
Halloween
Brian?
movie?
Yes, I did. Alright, let's move past that and never bring it up ever again. Never.
I didn't, dude.
You did.
If anyone
first time I
watched
brought it
last
up.
week's episode and wondering what was happening, it's because Brian only recorded Patrick's face, and Patrick didn't want an hour and 40 minutes of just his face on the screen. So we
It
went
wasn't
audio
even just
only
my
for your
face. It was like a
listening
part of my
pleasure.
face.
Yeah, part of the face. Part face. It's better than being part face.
This is way more Taliban than it is mummy. It's not
No,
even
you're
close.
mummy. You're good. You were mummy
Yeah.
at first, and then you went from mummy to mummy Taliban.
Yeah, mummies don't
I
always
look like a
keep their
guy that's
face.
like in the hospital in a body cast or
and
something.
that's what you are. You know what? This is America. You can be whatever you want to be. Okay?
No,
Choice is
like
yours.
that. It's a nice collar.
You know what you are? You're Mischief Knight. That's your costume. You're Mischief Knight.
Like that.
You're Mischief Knight? You can't be a thing.
Yeah, he's Mischief Knight. That's what everybody does on Mischief Knight.
My
They throw
chest
stuff
is
around.
like
That's a good
caved
idea.
in.
I like that then.
If
Alright.
you slaughter someone, you have enough toilet paper to suck up all the
Stand
blood.
up, Brian. I haven't
So,
seen
you
seen
can
your
clean up.
costume.
Oh, I
in
don't
full
have the
effect.
utility belt
It's
on because I
awful.
didn't expect to stand up. But, you know,
You don't have the utility belt on? You look pretty buff.
I wish I was this buff.
I told him that he should wear that underneath his dress shirt and go to work and tell people that he's been working out and just never take it off and just continue to
That
wear
would
that
be
for the rest of his
great.
life.
That would be amazing.
Look, there he is. Now he's Batman.
There you go.
Boom. Where's your bat
There you
symbol,
go. The
Batman?
Dark Knight. This
Yeah,
guy.
what's up with the chest piece? You need the bat symbol on the chest.
It is there.
What's your
It's
favorite
there. It's like
Batman
the new
move,
one,
Brian?
though.
Let's see your Batman. Let's see an impersonation. Everybody has to do an impersonation of the costume. All right, Brian, ready?
Joker!
We want you to go first here.
Joker! Where is she? Batman! Batman!
I'm expecting Pam to open the door behind you.
It's locked.
I'm actually.
It's locked.
I said your Batman move, not your Batman scream. Let's see
Well-
your Batman move. Let's see your
No, it's
martial
totally
arts
the
where
voice.
you
The
jumping.
deep voice.
I mean, the voice was good. You should just kick through the door
You
now.
gotta kick through something. Kick through the door. Hurry up and kick that door down.
That was pure WWF wrestling. You didn't even touch the door.
If
No.
anyone was wondering, that's actually his hardest kick. He is doing WWF. We have here Catboy.
You just turned Batman into Randy Savage, and you did an elbow drop.
All right, Dan, show off your costume. Give us some Teletubby action.
I mean, I was already dancing in the beginning. That's what we did.
How about you shut the fuck up? I just had to drop kick a door.
This is what we do.
You didn't even touch the door, Brian.
I can't break my door, Justin.
I mean, it's what, a $25 door? It would be worth the television show.
It's true.
Podcast, so.
No, it's
I
not
would even
true.
invest in it. I would give you $10 towards the door if you kick it down right now.
I'll give you the other 15.
There you go. Kick the fucking door down.
Drink a Coke.
This is
Drink a Coke,
Batman,
pal.
go big or go home. And it's
All right, I gotta do the mummy now, right?
Yeah, do the mummy.
Is that what you are?
I mean, this is probably the best mummy costume I've ever seen.
Oh shit! It's so hot in here.
Where is he going? Where's everyone going? I feel like I need to leave.
Why
He
are we
looks
doing
like he looks
impersonations?
like Santa or something with that. It looks
He
like
looks
he
like
has a big white
Santa?
beard.
He does not look like Santa.
Actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like you have the most baller infinity scarf of all time.
Yeah. Yep.
It
This
looks
is
like you
high
have an infinity
fashion.
scarf that just never ends. It's a new fashion. You're gonna start it right now.
Bundled up for the winter. Like that.
The big winters in Las Vegas.
Dude, we carved pumpkins like earlier in the week, and they completely fucking rotted in like 3 days because it's so hot outside.
Really?
You gotta keep it
Yeah, they
inside.
were disgusting. I had to like cut them into pieces just to get them into the trash bag because if you picked them up, they would turn to like mush in your hands, and it was all filled with crazy flies and stuff. It was
Oh,
terrible.
that's disgusting. Pumpkin carving. A lot of people do that. A lot
I
of
don't
people
like
do,
it. I feel like it's a waste
like
of time.
competitions, like their friends.
You don't like pumpkin carving?
It's messy. I don't get any satisfaction out of it. I'm not artistic. There's nothing. It's a waste of time. I'd rather watch.
Artistic? 2-year-olds do pumpkins.
Yeah, well, I
No
don't.
way, dude.
that hard.
It's about the fun.
There's no
It's
fun
about
in
the
it.
fun, man.
There's no fucking fun in it. I did it once.
You
I
can
You
hated
do
touch
it.
the
Crazy
gross,
faces.
the gross stuff on the inside. It's
No.
so
The
Halloween.
pumpkin stuff.
These hands are
you gotta-
fucking
you gotta,
pristine.
Yeah.
I don't want to touch that shit.
You gotta eat the seeds.
Oh my god, you're like a surgeon.
Do you eat the seeds?
No,
No,
you
I
don't
don't
eat
eat
the
seeds.
fucking raw
That's
pumpkin
gross.
seeds. What the hell?
You don't eat them raw. You put them in the oven actually, and you put
People
salt
cook
on them,
them.
and they're delicious. They're amazing.
Well, not
I'm not a bird.
I would do that. I would eat the fruits of your labor. I would not ever carve a pumpkin ever again. I hated it.
I don't like
Looks like
seeds
you
in
only have
general.
one
Do you
eye.
guys eat? Do you guys eat seeds a lot? Yeah.
What'd
Or
you
he's like
say?
cross-eyed or something. Dude,
You're a
your
one-eyed cat.
shit's crooked.
That's your Halloween costume. Is a one-eyed cat.
You gotta balance
You're
that out.
one-eyed.
You're not selling it. So what are you guys up to?
Now I'm Bruce Wayne.
What are you doing? You look like
Right, so-
Superman with that curl in the front.
Yeah. You do, actually.
You could be Superman. You'd be a good Superman.
You're Superman being Batman for Halloween with that little girl in the front.
Yeah.
So yeah, what I was saying before. What's everybody's favorite Halloween movie, or what's a movie that you guys normally watch around this holiday that kind of gets you in the mood for it? Any classics or any new movies actually? There's a few creepy new movies.
I like Halloween itself. I think that's probably one of the best Halloween movies is Halloween itself. Mike Myers is I don't think you can get any better than him.
Michael Myers, that song. Everybody knows the tune. As soon as you do like the Michael Myers tune,
I don't know.
Or like the Jason tune, everybody knows that and they get creeped out.
I don't know if it's the best Halloween movie, but the one that scared me the most was Chucky. That one freaked me the fuck out.
Chucky?
Yeah?
Was not a fan of Chucky.
I got really scared of Chucky too, actually.
I was like 4 or 5 when I saw it, and I just thought every action figure, toy, doll was just gonna fucking kill me, like all the time. Live my life in fear, constantly.
If you're afraid
have you seen
dolls,
the later ones though?
Yeah, have you seen
those
the
are
later
not-
ones?
that's
They're
not-
doll
they're
movies.
They're jokes. They're like comedy movies.
You know why I think the later ones sucked is I think the originals weren't CGI, right? And the later ones were, and it just looked so like, I don't know, it just looked so cleanly animated that it was just funny. Like, and the acting, and he was in way more like talking because they were able to do that now because they had the technology, and it just made it not creepy because he was just present in the whole movie.
He wasn't a toy anymore.
I think what made the originals creepy was the fact that it was just this thing that was like kind of like stashed away in a closet, and the kid would fucking go in the school closet. He's like, "I'm the man of your whole family," and then he just fucking like lay back to being like a fucking doll again, and that's all he said for like the whole movie. And then he would just be fucking creeping around, like always just crawling. And then the one where the guy's driving his car and he just fucking chokes him out, like this fucking doll is just in your car choking you out. It's horrifying. Everything about it is absolutely fucking
its
horrifying.
legs always swing around crazy.
Yeah, exactly.
It always moves around. So were you gonna like fling him around, or like Leprechaun? You ever see those movies? It's the same sort of thing. It's just like this tiny little thing.
Leprechaun's super
I'm not
scary.
scared of Leprechaun now, but I was terrified of Leprechaun.
Yeah.
I agree. And Puppet Master, that was scary too, man. All those old classics are pretty
I
terrifying.
never saw that.
You never saw
Yeah, me either. I'm not familiar with
Puppet Master is...
Is that like a porno?
No. Puppet Master is like... It's like Chucky on steroids.
Puppet Master. I thought you said Puppet Monster.
Puppet Master.
Puppet Monster.
Yeah.
Puppet Master is like Chucky on steroids. It's like 12 creepy ass dolls that like come to life and kill people, but this guy like bids them.
His name was Geppetto. That was the only Puppet Master.
No, it's a scary movie.
Geppetto. Geppetto for life.
Geppetto for life. JFL.
Yo, our guy from Austria, I don't think he's watching anymore. I think he stopped watching.
Probably because we stopped talking about Hitler. We gotta bring it back. Because
we stopped. We went a whole episode without talking about Hitler.
You know what?
And he's just like, what the fuck?
There's nothing here for me. Or it could have been the fact that you kept calling him Australian, and he was like, "Hey, mate, I'm not fucking Australian."
It happens.
Even though you're talking in an Australian voice.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
That was.
Damn, what's your favorite scary movie?
I think my favorite scary movie. Let's see. Like you said, I think the Michael Myers movies, like the older ones, are pretty good. Like the Jason movies, like the older ones are pretty good, because just the classics, they bring me back to like when I was a kid, and like I would watch these movies and be terrified of like even going in the woods or taking a shower like with the curtain closed. I think The Exorcist, I think that's a classic. Can't really go wrong there. But
The Exorcist is really good.
Yeah, we're missing a couple.
The Owen's pretty creepy.
That's
little
cool.
kid stuff is like pretty creepy. I don't know, it's hard to say I have a favorite. I like a lot of different scary movies. Like I said, the one that I wanted to see recently that looked creepy to me was Annabelle, and that's like the whole doll thing.
Didn't that
I saw
bomb?
it was not great.
I think it was like a high budget film that just didn't do well. Was what it came down to. Like, it was really overproductionalized, and just there wasn't any substance. Is what I heard. I haven't seen it, but like going back to like original classics that were super scary. Fucking It the Clown, terrifying. It was one.
Yeah, Stephen King.
It was terrifying and old. And long. They're like
I know-
3-hour long, scary ass movies.
I know Rosemary
It was
Baby
really long.
was like another one. I haven't seen Rosemary's Baby rather, but I know that's like supposed to be like a really.
I've seen
cool
that
movie.
one.
I haven't seen it either. What's it about?
It's not.
I mean, like,
it's not like
obviously-
super creepy. It's not like
Yeah.
scary. It's just like weird, I guess.
It's like another Antichrist movie, or I don't know if it's Antichrist.
Have you
but-
guys seen the prank that's going around, the chainsaw prank in the parking garage?
Yeah, I saw that.
It's pretty
Yeah, I
wicked,
saw
right?
that.
Well, the
It's
clown,
super wicked.
dude. Yeah. That one's so fucking
Yeah.
creepy.
And
I feel like somebody's
has
gonna get
anyone
hurt
read
one
any
day,
more
though.
about, like, is the guy that's flopping on the ground, is he just like, is he?
Yeah, he's got-
if
like
you
an
can tell he's
amputee.
missing an arm. You can tell he's missing an arm. I guess he has no legs too.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. There was a guy like that. I don't know if it was the same guy, but there was a guy like that was also on Walking Dead because he did like similar sort of pranks, and they saw him and they liked how like creepy he looked or whatever.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
So,
I think the
but I
main
think somebody's
thing.
gonna get hurt like that one day.
Maybe.
I think at some
Wait,
point
that's-
that like
that's-
somebody's
that's
gonna
exactly what I
react
said.
wrong.
I said-
You know?
It's funny-
Well, I've watched a few times with the other pranks. There was another one like that where there was 3 dudes and they dressed up like just clowns, like murdering clowns. And
Yeah.
they rolled up on like these 5 other dudes, and the dudes just came at him and beat the shit out of them really bad.
Yep.
And like,
Yeah.
if someone's coming at you with a chainsaw and I have a gun, I'm shooting you. Like, there's no
Yeah.
question about it. I don't know it's fake. Like, you're dying because I'm
Yeah.
gonna shoot you.
And a lot of
yeah,
Americans
it's
have
definitely
guns.
someone's gonna get shot, and
It's
then
funny-
it's like then they'll probably like make it more serious. But
It's funny you
So
guys
we'll
say
take
There's a
that.
lot of guns out there.
You guys remember Scare Tactics?
yeah,
Remember
We
that show,
got
Scare
pizza.
Tactics?
Yes. Yeah.
So that
Pizza.
happened a
Butchers.
couple times in that show, Scare Tactics, where people overreacted and rather than get scared, they just fucking went balls to the wall. There was one where the guy was like a midget demon, and the dude just like fucking kicked the guy in the face. Like he just straight up fucking kicked the
Wow.
actor. And there was another one where like he just like tackled the guy to the ground, was like ready to murder this guy because the prank was I think he was attacking some random girl. So the dude was like a straight up hero. He like fought like a fucking like demon monster to like save another person. And then
Yeah. Well.
there was a couple of stuff like that.
do you
where,
guys
like,
do
probably
like the
just got
haunted
hurt.
houses? You and Rachel go to the haunted houses all the time, right? That's her thing.
Yeah, we went to a couple. Which was pretty cool. I actually talked about it either last week or the week before, but it was really cool. I was surprised at how nice they were. They like bring in these trailers, kind of, that like are I guess purpose built for haunted houses, and you can just prop them in like a shopping center parking lot, and like set up shop and just fill the insides with whatever sort of shit you want.
And there's so much fucking space. Like it's
Oh,
probably
yeah.
like super profitable. It's not like they're paying a lot to rent an open space that is not doing anything.
It's a
That's
parking
true.
lot. It's literally parking spaces. You know.
Parking
I went to
lot.
another one that was on a. You know, I went to another one that was at a ranch. It was like on this farm kind of that was really cool too because it like looked like old west like a ghost town kind of with a bunch of like creepy people in it, which was really cool. They do a lot of stuff out here that I guess they don't do out back east. I don't know. I've been really
Well,
happy
yeah, I
with the
mean,
stuff
there's
I've
so
seen.
many people, like, except for, like, the Creamy Acres stuff, the stuff in the cities is, like, it's up, like, multiple floors. There's no space to go outwards.
Right.
Right, exactly. And it's kind of awkward because you're walking through like a building, an industrial building.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There's
Amanda.
probably one super scary one in California.
Yeah. That was what I was going to talk about. Go for it. Talk about that one in depth.
I don't know.
Because Amanda linked that
Dan
one.
mentioned it. I think Amanda posted it on Dan's wall, but I didn't read it.
Yeah, okay, so I
What
watched
is
the
it?
video. So Amanda, it was funny. It was the night we were talking about doing like a really scary haunted house, and then I looked at Facebook, and Amanda had posted this link to, it's returned.
Go ahead, go, just keep going.
I know.
You gotta
So,
ignore it.
basically, it's reservation only. You have to like book months and months ahead of time, and they only take 4 people through at a time, like every 6 weeks or something, but it's free. If you get selected, it's completely free. But it's like 4 hours long, and you sign all of these disclosures, and they can gag you, they just smear fake blood on you. You basically just get tortured for 4 hours, like legitimately tortured. Like they'll put you in a fucking box, and they just have somebody like dumping like what is fake blood on you and just screaming in your face that they're gonna murder you. And like there's people
Yeah.
like locked in like random ass cages, like it's like a Saw movie almost. It's real
Okay.
intense. It's like 4 hours of that. The one that was creepy for me is they're all like actors, but the one guy was like crawling through this like super tiny crawl space, and this dude jumped on his back and just started whispering in his ear that he was gonna ride him like a pony and shit. And I was like, get this fucking guy off my back.
That's hilarious.
That's so
I would never
terrifying.
sign up for that.
So like I'm like a masochist. I'd be like, if I want to do it, I wouldn't just go hard. I'd want to fucking be traumatized. If I'm gonna go for a horror experience, I might as well go all the way, right?
I don't think that there's a win there. I think that you either go and they have limitations, they can only go so far, and then you're going to find that point and then realize that it's stupid. Or they're going to find a way to get you to leave the place. Like, if I have 4 hours to get you to leave a room,
you
can
cannot.
leave. You can totally leave.
The disclosure,
fuck that, you can leave.
I'm sure you could, but the disclosure is there's only 2 rules, which are you're not allowed to leave, and you're not allowed to do something else, and otherwise, like, everything else is...
They have, like, a safe word or something, or there's, like,
they can't stop you from leaving.
Like, the situation of the person reacting. I mean, if they're having, like, a panic attack or something, and they're, like, gonna die, then obviously they're gonna stop what they're doing.
Yeah, it's too much of a liability. Too much of a liability.
Exactly.
Well, so they have you sign all these disclosures. Like, waiver forms.
It doesn't matter.
I mean,
it doesn't matter.
They have to do this pretty much anyway. I'm pretty sure if you go to, like, smaller places, they make you sign those things anyway, because people getting scared can have heart attacks, all kinds of things. They can't be liable for any of that stuff. Like, it's dark,
you can't
so
sign a
people trip and, like,
contract,
sprain their ankle or whatever.
The contract's void when you're in the state of panic and you need to get out of somewhere. They can't say you sign a contract, you're stuck here. Like, it just is not. That wouldn't happen.
No, they can't do that, but they can say you signed a contract, you can't sue us for whatever happened to you. They can say, all right,
but as soon as you tell them to fuck off, it's over.
Exactly, but you can't sue us for anything.
Yeah.
By the way, this pizza's awesome.
Is it? Where'd you go?
Give them a shout out.
This place around the corner from me, actually. So, I never had their cheese pizza before, and it's actually pretty tasty. I'm pretty impressed.
This is the place where you always get wings from?
Yes.
What's it called?
Terry Bello's.
There it is.
Terry Bello's.
Yeah. Terry Bello's Pizza.
That's not really their name, but we're not going to give them a shout out.
Okay. Well then.
That's not really the name of the pizza place.
Oh, okay.
I actually forget what I was gonna say. When I was a kid, I used to literally trick or treat for like hours on end, right? So I used to be able to go out, and I feel like the rules were a lot different when we were younger.
Oh,
so
definitely.
Like you could trick or treat,
definitely.
So literally like 10 p.m. at night or like midnight, people would be out there with like suitcase, like that, like the pillowcases full of candy.
Yep.
And I feel like now, whenever I hear it, it's like, oh, kids are allowed to trick or treat from like 3 to 7.
Yeah, that's weird.
There's a couple reasons why that got weird. One of it was parents in some communities got tired of people walking around till.
Got out of the shot.
Hi, Rachel.
Hey.
Surprise guest.
Go ahead, Brian.
This is a major guest here. So anyway, one of the reasons was parents were getting tired of like kids just being out till like midnight knocking on their doors asking for candy. So I think that was part of the reason why that started to settle down. The other was things just got creepy. There was like too many like kids being followed and like random kids getting kidnapped. Like you only needed so many of those cases before the whole country goes into an uproar. And there was like a span.
Does that actually happen though?
That happened a few times.
Like you hear about shit, but
remember
How
when
many
we
times-
It hasn't happened in years. It hasn't happened since they started enforcing all these like strict curfew shit. So I guess it worked to an extent.
What happened was that I remember is I used to always hear stories about people putting like razor blades in apples or like
Well, that was way
rat
back.
poisoning in the candy.
That was way back.
How way back are we talking here?
That started
When I was
like
a kid, that was still like the big thing. Like they had to check. Your parents would check your candy when you got home to make sure no one had like stuck it with anything.
well, people started checking it because
always
of the
check
fact
the
that
candy.
it had happened before. So it's like, why take that risk again when you know people will do it? So I think that actually started up in like the 70s is when that actually started happening. Not that it didn't stop happening. It was just like that actually, the razor blade stuff started like, that was like the beginning of the end. It was like when that stuff started happening, when your candy had to be checked, then like the kids started getting kidnapped and stuff. It only happened like a couple times I can think of. Or like people getting followed.
I just don't believe that. Like they sound like old wives' tales. Like
I agree.
Just any of that, like, people are putting drugs in candy. Why am I buying drugs and instead of using them myself, I'm injecting them into candy so kids I will never see
'Cause people
will
are
get
fucked up.
on drugs, maybe.
There are people out there that
That's
just do that,
not a
though.
rationale. That's not a real
I think
thing.
I think the problem is, honestly, is that no one wants to get sued anymore, and I feel like everybody sues for
Yeah.
everything. So it's like if something were to happen
Yeah.
to a kid that was out, even the township, you can sue the township if it's dark out and they're doing construction on the street or whatever, and they don't see the signs and fall in. Or even like suing people on their property. No one's going to give candy out at nighttime anymore. They turn their porch light off and that's done. Don't come to their door.
I gotta go back to what
no
PJ
one
said.
No one
though.
wants to deal with people.
I gotta disagree with you there. There's definitely people out there that just do harmful shit for the sake of being harmful. Not that you can live your life in fear, but there's absolutely people out there that like just like people they're out there that put viruses in torrents.
That is living your life in fear.
No, I'm not. Okay, no, I'm not saying that I support all the curfews and stuff. I'm saying that's why they did it, right? So you can say the same reason why all of our airport security is dumb. We only had one terroristic attack, right? But that was enough to make the whole country go into fucking
right.
So I'm just saying, I'm not that I support it, but that was definitely the rationale. But it does happen. It has happened. There is few cases, but there are fucked up people, just like that guy in Norway who shot up a bunch of people for no reason. He just decided I'm gonna kill a shit ton of people.
There was just a shooting in Canada yesterday.
Yeah,
So,
but it's super rare. It's super rare. My point being is that if somebody puts a razor blade in an apple in Arizona, kids in New Jersey will stop trick-or-treating at night because of it. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm not saying it does. I'm just saying that's why
it's complete
because stories get blown
fear-mongering.
up. And because of like Facebook, things like that, it's like this story, and all these things get blown up, and then people start getting scared. It's just making everyone scared for no reason.
Yeah.
Even in elementary school, though, when I was in elementary school, it was like 3 to 7.
I wasn't that bad.
When I lived in Texas, I was in Texas until I was 10. So, but until I was 10 in Texas, you didn't even start trick-or-treating until 7 p.m.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It's supposed to be dark outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was super confused when I moved here, and they're like, "Oh, you have to trick or treat in the daytime." I was like, "Oh, all right."
Yeah,
I just think the towns are really old.
I will say
I think that there's a lot of older people that don't want people coming to their doors at 7 o'clock at night.
You know what's funny
so they
though?
just pass.
Is
I mean, I'd be pissed if some kid came knocked on my door at like 8 o'clock at night and was like, "Can I have candy?" I'd be like, "Excuse me, I'm like tired. I'm playing video games."
What's funny though
if you're 70 years old,
rich white neighborhoods don't give
you're
a
asleep
fuck.
already.
Rich white neighborhoods are always balling out, and they don't. I used to go to my cousins,
I mean, you could just
and they would always fucking. They would have their neighbors with like haunted mansions inside their garage and stuff that went through their backyard. Like every fucking house was like that. I went there one year for Halloween, and literally every fucking house had a walk through like haunted mansion that you go through to get candy. I was like, what is this magical place? But it's like gated communities.
That's really cool.
Gated communities do shit like that because they feel like they're safe. It's all about the concept of feeling safe. And then they're like, oh, you can enjoy all these things now because we're this little niche community. Meanwhile, the rest of the country suffers because everyone's fucking terrified. Because the police are like, well...
It's a pretty standard rule that if you don't have your lights on, then you just don't go to that house. So, like, if you're old and you go to bed, then you just turn your light off. But...
Yeah, but then there's one person. There's one person that knocks on the door, and then all of a sudden they're protesting the town because people are not following the light rule. We gotta make Halloween.
What if they did knock? What if they knocked on your door and it wasn't Halloween? It's not fucking against the law to knock on someone's door once. Like it's one thing if you were sitting out there for a half an hour, but if you did one knock, like that's life. You gotta deal with shit like that. You can't complain about everything. I don't know why.
And nobody feels like they have to deal with anything. They think there should be a law against everything that bothers them.
Yep.
Absolutely.
100%.
I mean, either way, kids still get the trick or treat, and I would say that my favorite candy to get in there was definitely like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Not a peanut butter fan.
Yeah.
Not a peanut butter fan.
I like them.
No, that's a classic. Everybody likes Reese's peanut butter cups.
I don't like peanut butter.
It's not even really peanut butter.
I would trade my brother peanut butter cups.
Peanut butter.
For like whole bags of Skittles. I was a big Skittle Laffy Taffy. Laffy Taffy was my favorite. I like Butterfingers.
You like
a lot.
Now-and-Laters?
I don't
Yeah,
know
they're
if
good.
I've
They
had
just
them
take forever to eat.
I know I've had
You've
one.
never
but I
had a
haven't.
Now-and-Later before?
I'm sure I have, but I haven't had one in forever. I used to eat a lot of Jolly Ranchers.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff like that.
Oh, I don't like those. I don't like
No.
Jolly Ranchers.
What?
Not
How
for
do you
me.
make it-
No.
Do you guys know how they make Jolly Ranchers?
You gonna ruin them for me?
It's like one long tube, and they cut them in pieces.
No, you just fuck a farmer.
I don't know. Oh, okay. That would be option 2.
We were all expecting like they make it with rat legs.
Because
Like,
to be
that's
fair,
joke.
to be fair, Justin, it can go one way or the other. Justin could have broke down the entire process for how they make Jolly Ranchers, or it can just be that. Like,
Yeah, I had no idea. Yeah.
he might actually know both.
2 different ways.
Oh, you got onion rings?
Yeah, I would definitely say peanut butter cups are my favorite. I mean, I think that's a classic for everybody.
No,
Like you
I mean,
said,
that's a
the
classic, but I
Skittles
hate
and
it.
stuff like that. I would say the worst type of candy to get would either be like those creepy like Mary Jane's, they kind of stink. A lot of people like those, but they just get stuck to your teeth.
I don't like cigarette candy, or the candy cigarettes. I think that, and Smarties and things like
Yeah,
that.
they suck.
I hate Smarties, I hate
I like
candy
those things.
cigarettes.
For some reason.
I think our podcast is haunted right now, man, with that fucking sound.
It might be haunted. It's a Halloween special. It's our ghost saying hi.
We getting ghost noises?
Yeah, ghost noises.
I'm not hearing that.
No?
That's good.
No,
What else?
that I'm hearing. That sounds like crazy ghosts.
Anything going on? Anyone doing anything crazy for Halloween?
I don't think so. I don't really know what I'm doing yet.
I'm not doing shit now.
What
Yeah,
is
what was it?
that noise now? Make that stop, whatever that is.
I don't think we can.
What?
Oh.
The noise? No.
Oh. Oh
I'm
well.
not sure what that is. But yeah, definitely. Halloween's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's funny how the older you get, it turns into like, oh, I want candy, to go into like, where are we getting drunk at? You know, who's having a Halloween
Yeah.
party? And who's gonna have the best Halloween party? And of course, everybody has to get a costume. And it's funny how you get older, and it's like you have to care more about your costume now when you go to these things when it's like than when you were younger. You have to be like creative and original. You don't want to be like that guy in the same old like costume that
Yeah.
everybody's You don't want to be the guy in the Scream costume.
I think
from, like,
the difference is
1999.
too
I don't
when
ever
you're
want to be anything.
Yeah, I'm not a big Halloween person. This is like the first year I bought a costume in forever, and it was a huge disappointment. Now I remember why I don't buy costumes, because it's not worth the money.
I think it's way more about costumes when you're older. Because I think when you're younger, you still go for crazy Halloween parties. You're just trying to get drunk and have sex with girls. So when you're older,
But you gotta
care
wait,
about your
specify.
costume.
Because when you say younger, I just pictured like an 8-year-old,
Yeah,
and then you
you're in the
immediately
middle
jumped.
range there.
No, I mean like, all right, so like 16, 15 to like 15 to 19. 15
Yeah,
to
we were
19,
talking like
I'd
8,
say.
bro.
No one.
Well, I'm good for that too, I guess. 8 it is.
The thing is, when you're 15 to 19, no one actually cares.
Well, yeah, when you get older and you get to a certain age, it becomes kind of weird for you to be out there kind of trick or treating. There's no one's ever said like at this age you're not allowed to. It's just you get to a certain point and you feel
For
like
me,
you
I
can't
stopped in
anymore.
7th grade, I think. 7th or 8th
Yeah.
grade was around the time I stopped. I didn't do it again.
7th or 8th grade.
I trick or treated well into senior year.
Oh my god.
And I don't think that's weird.
Did you?
But the thing is, there was always
That's
that group of kids that
weird.
did that, and then it was okay.
I don't think so.
Everyone was okay with that specific group of kids that did it, but most of the people didn't. I don't think.
I didn't even dress up. I just knocked on doors.
That's what I mean. There was always those people that are like,
Oh,
well,
wow, yeah.
Yeah.
there was always that.
Some people would get annoyed. They're like, "Oh, what's your costume?" I'm like, I don't fucking know. It's Halloween. Like, I just want your candy.
Give me candy. Fuck off.
I would have to say though, if a kid came to my door with no costume, he would not be getting candy.
I would say,
Like,
dude,
sorry, I
if
didn't
you
buy any.
Yeah?
No,
I can't
man.
say no. I wouldn't be able to say no.
If a
If you
kid walks up in a t-shirt and a pair of jeans, and you're like, "What are you?" and he's like, "What does it matter? Give me your candy." You're gonna give him your candy? You know where you are? You're a bitch.
he's
That's
not
true.
gonna say that
That's
to
That
you.
kid
true.
just punked you.
You're a bitch
That
for
kid just
asking them the
punked you.
question. You know what I would say, dude?
Fucking
You
real
spend all
dickhead.
this effort
That's what you do on Halloween.
No, you know what I would say? You spend all
Especially
this.
as you get older, you're like, "Who are these characters? I don't know these things." People
No.
used to be Gumby and Cookie. Now I got like the situation at my door. Who is this man?
Here's my take on it. If you spend all this effort to walk to my house to get a piece of candy, you deserve that piece of candy. You could have just walked to a store and
Ryan,
bought a
walk-
whole bag. You could have spent $2
Walking
and
is
saved
not that
yourself
much
a whole
effort to
day.
anybody but you.
Well, I
So
respect
walking
it.
is not that much effort to anyone but you.
I respect it. If you walk to my house for one bar of candy, you've earned that bar of candy. Who am I? Who am I to
I mean,
say you're not
if you're
worthy?
giving out big bars, I'm gonna start walking now. Your family gives out the full-size bars?
I think so, yeah. I'm pretty sure we do.
Fucking Pam would give
What?
out the full-size bars. Jesus, how much is that to have?
She didn't start.
Like, oh, we just dropped
That-
$400 for Halloween.
No, you know what sucks?
You know,
Is
17
that-
boxes of Snickers and Reese cups, the king-size ones. You get 4 cups in those?
That didn't
Yeah.
start until after I was like 18. And then
Fundraiser, the
and then
fundraiser bars.
when we moved out here, she was like,
Fundraiser bar.
yeah, my mom used to bribe us in like 6th grade. She would be like, you guys can go trick-or-treating, or I can take you out to a nice-ass meal, and then just give you candy. And I'd be like, well, always gonna take that route. Because now I don't have to walk anywhere.
Skittles and Starburst.
Dan's got...
like to come to my house.
I remember.
I would. Can I come
No,
over?
Honestly, if no one comes to my door, then I have 110 fun-sized pieces to eat by myself. I
No,
intend to do
I'm
that.
just sharing, bro.
Nice. Hope nobody shows up.
He's gonna have a
hope
whole bunch
nobody
of
shows
bunny
up.
niggers.
Oh, okay, dude. Well, I don't know.
What?
Justin! No! Alright.
We
I
are
don't
having
want to.
technical difficulties.
I don't want to be identified.
I remember I found it weird when I moved to Jersey initially that you guys do Mischief Night and Halloween on 2 separate nights. Like somebody came in and was like, this is just too crazy to be going on in the same night. We're going to have the Mischief Night beforehand and then trick-or-treating the next night. Everywhere else I've ever lived, it's been the same night. You get to a certain
That makes
age
more
and you go
sense.
out to fuck things up as opposed to like, you know, trick-or-treating. It's just everybody goes
I actually
out
like
and you
that.
fuck off.
I like that better. Because if you go out the night before, then you fuck up everyone's Halloween decorations where you're going to go trick-or-treat the next day. Like, you should trick-or-treat,
Yeah.
get all their candy, and then fuck all their shit up.
Wait, what just happened? What are we fucking up?
That's what it is.
I mean, what are you supposed to fuck up though? I remember we just went to the parade
mean-
and got covered in shaving cream, and that was like cool.
That's all.
I don't know what.
That's all it is. Maybe some toilet
was
paper,
like-
maybe a couple
Oh yeah, he
eggs.
threw some toilet paper. I don't know, but I never like had eggs or anything like
Wait, were you talking about Mischief Night?
intensely. I don't know.
I don't see the
I
point of
get
Mischief
that.
Night. I think Mischief Night is.
I just think it's cool because they did a
You never
parade,
been
and then you just
14?
cover yourself in shaving cream.
Of course you don't. You're Batman. You don't
Yeah,
like
you just
mischief
go
in the night.
crazy.
Yeah, but I think
Yeah,
if you
you're
fuck up
supposed
other
to
people's
stop
stuff
mischief.
is when you take it
The
too far.
protector of the night.
Well, I mean, if you're like just fucking up people's property, that's not fun. That's not cool for anybody.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No,
it's like,
it's, but it's,
I mean,
but
it's
it's
not
never
necessary.
like that.
No, but there's
That
always
never
people that do that.
happens.
That's the problem. There's always
Well,
the retards
it's
that
the
go.
things. Every generation takes it a little bit farther and a little bit farther and a little bit farther.
Yep.
But like, what do? You smash somebody's pumpkin, they're gonna throw out the next day anyway. Like,
No, I think that's not crossing the line.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
you
know.
Smashing someone's random ass pumpkin? That's crossing the line.
I mean, Brian, you're getting a little sensitive over a pumpkin, I think.
It happened to us. It
That's-
happened to us.
yeah,
Man. It was a
it's
big
just-
deal.
It's mischief night.
I think
Who
it just
cares?
depends
You
on
don't
what
break
level
somebody's
you
window
take it.
with it.
Because what if? Because okay, for me,
Yeah.
here's what happened to me. I was fucking 5. I was
What?
5, and we paid to get these pumpkins painted. So they were painted like Power Rangers. I'm like, I was 5. And I just watched out of my window. This kid just fucking smashed my Power Ranger pumpkin. There was no amusement there.
Only white people would pay other people to carve and paint their pumpkins for them.
Yeah, what?
It was cool.
What? I had my butler.
You must have had
I had
the
my
laziest
butler draw on
parents.
my pumpkin for me.
Yeah. Your mom did not want to spend any time with you, is what that means.
My mom was a
What the
stay-at-home
fuck,
mom.
dude?
And she obviously hated
And she
you. She
still
wouldn't
didn't
even
wanna
want to
do
paint
it.
a pumpkin with you.
She wasn't
Pay
creative.
someone else to do it.
Why would we? Oh my god. It's just us.
Oh, they dropped.
Dude, here's
What
the thing.
happened?
Dude, my pumpkin was smashed though. No one seems to care. That was...
They don't. Nobody cares at all about your pumpkin.
That
I'm
was
gonna
a
be
big-
honest.
that was
There's
a big
not too much
deal.
concern.
You gotta protect your pumpkins.
Was it all of the Power Rangers, or was it a specific Power Ranger?
It was the blue one.
It was the blue. You would like the blue one.
I like the color blue, bitch.
It was a good color. The green one was the best one though. It was
Okay,
like
yeah, but he was the-
visibly the best one.
No, I mean, yeah, I like the color blue though. So Gotta stay loyal to the
Yeah,
brand.
that's
Where-
fair.
How do you add
He's
them
like a
back?
smart guy too. They signed off completely.
Really?
They're gone. They fucked up. Yeah.
Dude, I like how
Yeah, I don't know
you
what happened.
you went from a mummy to like Cher or something. Like I don't know what's
It's
going
like
on.
Birdman.
You have like
like
a
that.
headband and like weird shoulders.
It is. They're like they're feathers. It's pretty wild.
You're like Freddie
All right, so
Mercury
he sent
does
me a text.
Halloween.
He said he got. Yes. Yes. All right, so he sent me a text. They got kicked off, but I don't know why they haven't
I'm
signed
blind as
back
shit
on
in this
yet.
mask. How did Batman fight crime like this?
Yeah. But you don't have to worry about getting blindsided completely.
Right?
A lot of cheap shots.
Plus, how is this even an effective? Like, how did no one realize from this half of his face? I mean, I guess he had this covered up too, so poor.
Dude, Superman. Superman was 1,000 times worse. The guy had glasses. He just
now
put
I
glasses
actually
on.
kind of look like Batman.
I guess. What is going on? What did I come back to?
Batman!
You look like a hamster or a cat or a rat or.
Do you like this? Do you like this? I'm a bird?
You're a bird?
Can we talk about how Superman was the worst hero of all time? He was the worst superhero. Worst one ever made.
He's totally nerfed. You can't beat him.
Nerf is the opposite of that. Nerf means you're bad.
Yeah, right?
What'd you say?
What?
Fucking LeBron James.
Who does?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
Totally.
it is.
My headband.
Well,
This
Yeah.
is my LeBron James.
Yeah, you guys' mic
costume.
sounds like shit. It sounds terrible.
What'd you say?
There you go.
Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
But yeah, so we were talking about how Batman would have a really hard time seeing out of the helmet because there's no
It's a helmet.
like side peripheral stuff.
Yeah.
He just gets snuck.
Yeah, but he's got
he gets
sensor
snuck.
stuff. He's got like
Yeah, he's got no
sonar.
peripherals.
He's got sonar though.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
What?
doesn't he have like a special thing that goes over his eyes so he can see like around him?
Yeah. He's got like sensors.
But I guess you're right. It would be kind of hard to see out of that mask. And wouldn't your face get sweaty? I feel like he would just always be broken out on just this portion of his face. So people are like, "Is that Batman?" It would just be covered in pimples from here, just a clean shaven here.
But the thing is though, he's a billionaire, so he could probably
You have
afford
the
some good.
tans down here.
You got tans.
Why is he getting a tan at night, you idiots? He doesn't fight crime in daylight. He's Batman.
Sometimes he fights crime during the
Okay,
day.
Sometimes the crime fighting goes all through the night. You can't help it.
So wait, I have a question now. Now that we're on this topic and it's kind of related to Halloween because you're dressed up. If everyone just did stuff during the day and just waited, no, Batman fought it during the day. He didn't just fight at night.
No, Spider-Man. That was Spider-Man. That was all Spider-Man. He was a daytime
Spider-Man, they
fighter.
all fought at night and day.
They all fought night and day. It doesn't matter.
Batman is
But yeah,
mostly
definitely-
a fucking nighttime fighter, guys. That's the whole
Brian,
concept.
you
of
got
Batman.
so-
Mostly.
Brian, you got so ripped off in your costume though. Like you didn't get a plastic helmet for the top part, which is ridiculous.
I understand, Justin.
It's made of paper.
It's
You
made
need to
of.
go exchange.
It's I'm wearing a stocking actually. It's like I put a stocking with holes.
Oh, so like I said earlier, you're a bank robber.
Yeah. But
That's
the way,
right.
I really want to focus in on the fact that Superman is the worst superhero, man. He's terrible.
Why? Because he has no special powers.
He's
That's all the best powers.
literally that kid when you're growing up and you're like, oh, everyone's got one power. Pretend about your powers. He's like, well, I have the power to have all powers. That's Superman. Like he's just the fucking worst. He ruins all the fun. And how can you say there's no like tense moments because only one fucking thing. You know, kryptonite's gonna come into play at some point during every movie. Kryptonite will eventually come into play.
I mean, you just fly away, Brian.
And
Fly away.
somehow Superman is always but he's always susceptible to it. See, there's always a fucking moment where Superman's like, "Oh no, I messed up and touched kryptonite." Like, how do you do it every time? It's your only
That's how
weakness.
it works. You got no
I think you
choice.
should just-
That's the only way
if
to
you
make
were
the story
Superman-
interesting.
If you were Superman, would you just fly? You should just fly straight up and see how high you can go.
He's indestructible.
Think of
He,
space.
he could go as high as he wanted. He can't be killed. He's Superman.
So he can go to the moon. No, Superman can go to the moon if you want to, just by himself.
Yes.
Superman lives on another planet.
Yeah,
he doesn't
he
even
can.
live on Earth. He
Yeah.
flies from another
He
planet
lives
to
on
Earth.
Earth.
He has that
No,
other
he lives
house
on
though.
Earth.
It's that creepy ice sculpture thing.
The Fortress of Solitude. Yeah, the Fortress of Solitude is in like Antarctica or something. It's like just super fucking far away. I don't think it's on a different planet. Maybe
I don't
it
know.
is. I don't know.
He can definitely go out to space, guys. He can definitely fight in space. He's Superman.
So why did you choose Batman over Superman? Because of
Batman's every man's man, man. Like, all you need is some training of martial arts and a couple $1 billion, and you're Batman.
I think they gave you a combination of Batman and Catwoman's costume, and now you're just Catman.
Yeah, know what I think you are? A
So
little
you're
bitch.
Catman!
He's a Catman!
He's a Catman!
Brian, you could look like Ben Affleck right now, and he's the next Batman, so maybe
I'll
have
take
a little
that as a huge
resemblance.
compliment, Justin. Thank you. I'm Ben Affleck.
Well,
You boosted his ego even further. Did you see how much longer his head got?
There you go.
It grew with length.
you just went from 6 to midnight, Brian.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know either. I'm lost.
Justin has some great phrases, though. I'll give it to him. The man is the king of
You know,
acronyms.
neither one of you really know what 6 to midnight means?
No, can you explain?
No, I don't know what that is. What is 6
I
to
mean,
midnight?
when you get a boner. You're facing 6
What?
when your head's drooping down. You're facing 6 o'clock. And then when you get a boner, it's 6 straight up, and you're at 12.
No,
So you said I went from 6 to midnight.
I've
mine's
never
more
heard that
forward,
before.
though. So mine's more like...
I actually say that more. I've said that like to more than one. I guess like on one occasion. And I
Hey.
felt like no
It
one knew
doesn't
what
do
I was
that,
talking
though.
about. I thought that was a common.
So what's this?
Yeah, nobody knows what that is. You can
this is-
stop saying that.
I mean, if you're curved, I guess you go from like 6 to 10:30. I don't know. You could do that if you want, Brian.
I know, but mine's
If you're sitting down.
because
Just picture
straight
like you're
out.
sitting down. Like you're sitting down right now. Just
I wish it whistled.
either way, we're having way too much discussion on boners
They're
for it to
important.
be comfortable.
They're
This is
part
not
of
the
everyday
boner cast.
life. That's something that happens every day to every person.
Bonercast.
that
Welcome
has
to the
penis.
Bonercast. Subscribe if you like boners. We're the place to come.
Give us boner likes, boner subscribers. Bonerific. This is the Halloween
we'll take
boner-tastic
boner
time.
subscribers.
Viagra, if you're looking to sponsor a podcast, Bonertastic. We're here for you.
With boners. Sponsor it with boners.
Sponsored by boners. This is the podcast.
The boners.
What is going on with your mummy outfit?
It's falling apart, man. You gotta roll with it.
Literally,
It's
you
a
gotta roll with it.
transitioning costume. Yeah. What?
You gotta literally roll with it. You roll the toilet paper on yourself. You roll with
This
it.
chest
Yeah,
also
it's
doesn't
true.
fit me. My
Yeah, you
shoulders
just
aren't
roll with
broad
it.
enough. I think it's supposed to be out like this. But I
You gotta lift some weights
You gotta
up.
have shoulder pads.
It's built in. My
Wait,
shoulders
can you-
Whoa.
Can you do us a favor? Can you show us? So this is what you look like with the shoulder pads on. Now, can you please take the shoulder pads off and show us the real Brian? There he is. He's like, come on, you're like a little butterfly coming out of your cocoon.
He like gets a complex and he never takes it off. He just starts putting t-shirts on over the mustard
super uncomfortable.
shirt.
That's what I'm to do.
It's super
Wear it to
uncomfortable.
work.
But I've had this shirt on.
There you go. See,
That's alright.
he's a beautiful butterfly for Halloween. Go, fly away.
What the fuck?
Oh my
bird.
god.
I'm a baby? I wish I could come out feet first. I'd be a fucking baby because I have a womb.
There was a pause there.
Babies don't come
I
out
wish
feet
I could
first.
be a baby coming out of a womb.
This is actually getting a little uncomfortable. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like them. This is like security. Kind of
getting used to it?
indestructible.
See?
Yeah.
That's what could happen if you did that in real life.
What's that?
You should smoke the drugs.
What's that?
You
What
could
do
fill the
You
inside
could.
and then wear your
Good.
shirt.
Justin, you're never allowed on the podcast.
Those are just my muscles. He has a flair. He adds a flair to the show, don't you think?
He adds
This is a
something
special
to it.
guest moment. This is a special.
What?
I'm just messing, Justin. I love you.
What I meant is you should add rugs under it. So if you decide to be a carpet salesman, you have room to transport.
Rugs. Rugs. I'm a rug smuggler.
A rug smuggler.
Now a dude on steroids.
Sneaking the Persians in your chest.
Brian, that's how you see yourself in the mirror every day. Yeah, I love that scarf, PJ. Looking like Jesus right now.
It's almost your birthday, Jesus.
It's almost mine too, Justin. What the fuck?
Isn't it Christmas soon?
Mine's before Christmas.
No, my birthday's in February. My birthday's in February, cuz.
Mine's in 3
I'm
weeks.
saying you're Jesus, bro.
Oh, it's Jesus' birthday.
That's such a high level joke, dude. He's so fucking smart.
It's my birthday.
Brian, your birthday's in 3 weeks?
Yes, sir.
PJ, you look like you should be riding a camel. You're the guy that walked around with the Google camera. That was you. You transported that camel through the desert.
What the kids from the Matrix with the white dreads?
Oh, yeah. Who was that guy? Or, what was the other movie that those people were in?
That's what it should be.
Twins.
You definitely look like Moses
twins.
right now. You are Moses. You should
Arabia.
Yes, Pharaoh.
Me. Yeah.
Yo.
Jack Sparrow.
I should.
This toilet paper. Whoever knew that toilet paper could be so many costumes? Now you're the guy from Aladdin.
Yeah,
I was just about to say Aladdin.
yeah, I was too. So good.
Kids, do you know what this is right now? This is what happens. Never lose your imagination. Anything is possible with imagination.
I think I should be Neo next year for Halloween. Who thinks I should be Neo? I should do it.
I think you should be, what's his name? Ash.
Are you talking about Neo, the
Pokemon?
R&B singer? Because I think
No.
he looks just like him.
No, Neo from the
yes,
Matrix.
Pokemon.
Keanu Reeves. I could be Ash Ketchum too.
Ash Ketchum.
Gotta catch
You
him
could be-
up,
you could be
Pokemon.
both of
You know what
You
that's
can work
doing?
That's what you are, Brian.
You could matrix around the Pokeballs that will throw at you.
You don't throw Pokeballs at the trainers. You don't.
Matrix around. They come out. They come out of the balls.
I'm uneducated in the Pokemon realm of things, I'm sorry.
You got uneducated with
Check your
Pokemon?
game
Did
out,
you
pal.
have a childhood?
Very important.
Oh, hold on. You didn't watch Pokemon growing up?
I did have a childhood, and that's
I
why
didn't watch
Pokemon was
Pokemon.
not a part of it.
No.
No,
I
wait,
played the game a couple times.
You didn't play Pokemon?
You didn't watch it either?
You didn't watch the show or play the game?
No.
I played the game, and I used to race. I used to get off of school and literally run the 6 blocks home in order to catch Pokemon on time and only miss like 2 minutes of the show. I used to literally sprint home and watch Pokemon.
I used to watch it in the morning.
I had the Pokemon game.
Every morning before school, I would watch Dragon Ball Z at 6:30 in the morning, and then I would watch Pokemon from 7 to 7:30. Why did I remember that? Because those are two of the best moments in my life. For a very long time.
I actually prefer sleeping, and I stayed in bed until it was time to go to school.
You know what's nice, Justin? Having something to look forward to when you wake up in the morning. Maybe you'd be a little bit more motivated to get up out of bed, but instead you were just a lazy piece of shit that no one ever loved. That's how you stayed in bed.
There's nothing. Batman would never talk to someone like that.
I think one of the lamest lines. I think one of the lamest lines in the new Batman movies was in Batman Returns or whatever. No, Batman Begins. The guy at the fucking end. He was like, "Yeah, Batman, you can't kill me." He's like, "But I don't have to save you." And then the guy just fucking like fell out of the train. I'm like, that's technically still killing you. You're willingly acknowledging his death that you caused because you derailed the fucking train. Cause and effect, Batman. You're responsible.
Batman's kind of a dick.
Can you do that voice again, Brian?
Batman does.
He's really good at it.
I mean, it's more of like a Jason Statham-y-ish voice to me, but it's still very good.
Thank you.
I think it's good.
You gotta make it more like.
I don't actually practice being Batman all the time, but if I had to, it'd be a lot.
You gotta put the hat back on again.
My costume. I can do
Oh my god.
Oh, my cat!
Put your mask on and turn the lights off.
That's
I'm
Officially Catman!
Yeah, turn the lights off. Turn the
Say
lights
he's
off.
Catman. He attracts all the cats. He's Catman.
Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
You gotta sneak right up to the camera. Turn the lights off, put your mask on, and sneak right up to the camera.
Wait, hold on a second.
Yeah, and do the Batman.
Oh
thing.
man,
It's like I'm scared.
so good.
I want to see this.
Why is Dan putting his costume back on? Not that
I don't know. Well, the
have a
hat,
problem with
honestly,
it.
the hat of the costume is actually quite comfortable.
Yeah, you can just fill it with pillow and then use it to sleep on stuff. Just super soft. Like that.
There it is.
Joker! I have to protect Gotham from the storm! They're coming!
What just even happened right there? You just.
Oh my god.
What Batman does in the new movies is scream!
Amazing.
And he says things like, Gotham needs a hero, but I am not the hero Gotham needs. And everyone's gonna quote this for a very long time. They're gone. That's...
I just love how soon after they leave, you just straighten up completely. They're gone.
I feel like Zorro right now. I'm not Batman at all. I'm fucking Zorro.
You do. The mask is way
I'm
more
blind
Zorro
as
than
shit.
it is Batman. You're Antonio Banderas right now.
Antonio
This shit's fun.
Banderas as Batman, or a really ominous movie trailer coming this fall.
You're just a
It's
floating head right now.
2 stories of a man's journey on a podcast. He started
You're
off
just
as
a floating
Batman.
head. I
And
can't
he
see your
became-
torso at all. It's completely dark. That's amazing. That's amazing. Oh man. All right. So they are still on? Yeah, they're still here.
Yeah, let's give him a call.
Calling them
I'm
back.
been hiding.
Bringing them back in. Their mic's shitty this week too.
And we're
Brian
back.
left.
Brian left.
Batman's
Yeah,
always
he
with
just
you.
walked out.
Oh my god. Who is that?
Gordon!
It's not
Gordon!
Brian.
Gordon!
Wait, can you guys hear me okay or no?
It cuts in and out a little bit. It's fine though. It's good enough for today.
I can switch back to this. Does this sound better? Brian, what are you doing?
I wonder what this sounds like downstairs in your house.
It doesn't matter, they understand what happens! We're better than the Batman!
That's, his mom is downstairs trying to watch like Murder She Wrote or something.
Yeah, she's
She's
just
jumping up and down,
She
screaming.
thinks he's being possessed by demons or something.
My parents
Just
really don't
probably
have many
for-
expectations for me. I think at this point they're just glad I'm not doing heavy drugs. And they're like, you know what, if he has to dress up as Batman and scream sometimes, that's what he's got to do. And we're just going to let that
happens.
happen. Yeah. Don't judge
That's
me.
like
PG said I'm a floating head, which is pretty
I'm in a
sweet.
Teletubby costume.
You
So,
should
Brian,
definitely
what are the times?
feature your mom and dad one time on this podcast, though.
Nope. Nope. Because my parents are dead.
What?
That's not funny, Joker. My parents were murdered when I was a child. Batman has no father!
I think the buzzing's back because it's tired of your Batman screaming.
Alright, well. Alright, man.
yeah. Maybe it's a volume. It's a volume issue. Gotta tone it down.
I think it's too much now.
Just take it down a bit. That thing looks
Mine's
pretty
just
comfy.
naturally very loud.
He's so
He's an
animated.
emotional guy.
It was really
Yeah,
funny
he's-
when he when you guys fell off the call, he like straightened up completely. He like dropped the Batman thing completely. Oh, there it comes.
I'm done.
Wow.
Hey, Brian, do you have a cape on?
Now I'm just
Does
back to
Brian's
Superman.
doorway look extra narrow, or is that just me? Brian, your bedroom door is extra narrow. It is like you can't get past a certain weight.
It's not that narrow, bro.
It's the tiniest door. You're as big as the door. I don't know. We shouldn't do that.
Why are you dancing?
It's not even dancing.
What?
You're not even
What?
dancing, Justin. No,
So,
all you do
Justin-
is just sit here and just just admit it. Just fucking I like to shit on everything.
So-
I just fucking hate every person and everything.
Yeah, you're right.
I love you, bro.
So Justin, what do you think of the show so far?
I think it's cool. I'm hoping like if you guys
Yeah.
do it on a specific day every week, then I can just try and like work the morning shift that day.
Every Thursday, man. Every
Yeah, dude.
Thursday.
Every
It's a
Thursday.
Thursday thing.
So basically what that
Yeah,
means
every
is we
Thursday.
could probably get Justin to do the show full time. If you like Justin, like, subscribe, comment, let us know how you
Yeah.
feel about adding
Do
another
it.
host or another
Can I
player to
leave?
the
Can
game.
I
let's
leave a
say.
comment? Because I like Justin.
I mean, I don't
There
really
you
think
go.
anyone has a
So,
choice
okay.
because I'm gonna take off work and then do it anyways because I
Wait,
want to.
are you gonna do it from your own place though?
Sounds fun.
Because it's much better if
Yeah.
you can. Okay. Nice. Then we can get the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
like
This
little.
is this like 2-person thing is. I mean, it's doable, but I would rather have my own little setup.
There we go.
It's kind of beat.
So, but
And then when I come
I'm happy
home,
to be a
we
part
can
of
like
it,
do
though.
like group things in one place. So I get like an actual camera.
yeah.
Could
My
be,
throat
Is that when you
could be
come
pretty
home?
cool.
hurts
Are you
so
coming home
bad.
for Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm coming home
nice.
for Christmas.
Nice. Well, that's what's up. We'll have to
Yes.
get ourselves into some trouble, I guess.
Yep.
Gambling debts.
Yeah, Christmas though. I mean, we're still on Halloween. I'm still a Teletubby. Brian's still Batman, and you're still Jesus, Mummy, Aladdin, and somebody else.
Jesus, mommy.
I really
like
liked
that.
what you said,
Jesus,
where I
Mummy,
was
Aladdin?
Superman pretending to be
You're
Batman.
Aladdin, Jesus, the Mummy.
I think that's a great costume.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
If I was Superman pretending to be Batman, would be even better is if I ripped this off and then I was just Superman underneath it, and then I ripped that off and then I was just Clark Kent. That's a fucking great costume, and I want to
No,
do it.
if you ripped off the second shirt and then you were Hulk Hogan, that would be way better. actually.
So wait,
Yeah, so
you're
maybe
Hulk
rip off
Hogan
that shirt as
pretending
your
to be
special move.
Superman,
Yeah.
pretending to be
Yeah.
Batman. That's like the inception of
Just
costumes.
tons of people that rip their shirts off. Macho
Holy
Man,
shit,
Randy
their shirts.
Savage.
Well, the good news about Macho Man
Well, I
is
mean,
he's
so
got the same
when they
voice.
rip the shirts off,
Macho
though,
Man's basically Batman. If you think
when they
about
rip
it.
the shirts off, they always have a
The
little
voice
cut
was.
in it already. So it's easily ripped. Do you think it's easy to rip it
Oh,
when
yeah.
it's just a
This-
regular?
This would not be
Like
easy
you
to rip.
just rip it like
No, I think
totally
it's
straight.
probably pretty hard to rip a
This,
shirt off.
this is
Yeah,
not.
I think so too.
I think.
Especially with like the stitching in the neck. You know.
If you can get through the neck part, if you can get through that, you're good.
I think it's one
But
of
then
those
there's a
things.
seam on the bottom too.
I think the
I
thing
think
is
it's just what makes a true man.
screw momentum though. Once you get the initial rip, you just have so much to pull away from.
I'm
at
calling
that
it
point.
now. We should have a shirt ripping contest on the podcast.
No one-
Everybody tries to rip a shirt and see how everybody does. Get a whole T-shirt. No cheating. Or actually,
That
we can cut
sounds
it.
terrible, but
We can cut it. We'll have a shirt ripping contest. A little.
well,
You put
no,
a little.
if we're gonna
little
do it, we gotta not cut
All right,
them.
then we'll do it like men. And if we can't do it,
Yeah.
You
someone-
can't say that
Yeah.
with a Teletubby fucking helmet on right now. You're like, well, they're like men, and you're a fucking Teletubby.
Okay. I'll do it if I want to.
Spanish Teletubby.
That's how it works.
It's like a chihuahua. That's the voice I imagine a chihuahua would have.
Hello, senor.
Yeah.
I'm the Teletubby. I've come to take your life.
That'd be if they were a
I
Harmony
don't know
Teletubby.
that too much. That was kind of creepy, and I don't think you should do that anymore.
I'm done with voices.
What's-
People like Brian fucking talks to himself way too much. You know, a lot of voices.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the
There's more
impression.
voices than regular talk.
Justin, you're gonna say something mean, bro. You're gearing up for it. I fucking saw you take that, like, and you just were like leaning in, and you were just he was so focused on my face that he was just thinking of similar things to say. And
He holds the mic like a battle rapper. He's just like ready to tear you down. Drop the mic.
I'll do it like I'll be Beat Rabbit. I'm just gonna choke.
You want to do Halloween? You want to do Halloween raps?
Dude, I remember Dan did that outside the Patco. So Danny Boy over here likes to rhyme.
No, don't rap.
And this guy
Please
was
don't.
this guy was at the Patco, right? And this is back when Dan was probably still rapping more, because Dan Leach was living here. And the guy like dropped the beat and was like, "All right, let's hear it." And Dan was like, and he just walked outside. He didn't say shit. He just walked right past. He was
This random
totally.
guy was like, "Yo, you, spit it," and he just starts pumping out a beat out of his mouth. I'm like, "Who is this man? I'm not just gonna start rapping for you. Go away."
So I've been calling him B Rabbit ever since.
Him?
He was just a Patco worker. There was no way that Dan wouldn't have crushed him. That guy doesn't even know more than 10
I think
words.
that was the chance to rap and get famous.
That was your moment, Dan.
That was the shot.
That was
You
the
should have
moment.
rapped, and then
8
that's the
Miles
video
should
that
have
has
kicked in your
300
head
million
right
You
then
only
and there.
get one
I mean,
shot,
Eminem
Dan.
did say you only get one shot.
And you blew it.
Right? That's what he said, right?
You only get one shot and you
Dan,
ruined it.
this opportunity comes once in a lifetime.
I think this is my opportunity.
Unless you get spaghetti on
I
your
think I'm
shirt.
going to be the next Batman. That's what I think. I think I just proved it. I got the looks. I got the charisma.
Spaghetti. You suck.
I mean, you do have you're basically Ben Affleck to me right now, Brian. So you're welcome.
I'll take it.
That being said,
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Look, you're doing it again. You're channeling the energy of the fucking microphone, and you're just ready to unleash it on me. You're like, this piece of shit, I'm gonna fucking ruin his life.
no, I don't want to
just say
I
it.
don't want to speak too harshly on this.
You've already said
No,
so many
this is
harsh things to me.
This is
You
a
said-
family podcast, all right?
I said harsh things to you.
Absolutely, Justin.
What
That's
did
what
I
you
say?
do. That's what you. I don't remember, dude. I try to block those moments out. I don't like to dwell.
Classic.
I don't like to dwell, man.
This is getting crazy.
I feel like I have this argument with my girlfriend, Brian.
With everything? Justin, because let's just face
told
it.
you
No, I'm
bitch.
so mad at what you
He
said
called
to
you
me,
a
but I
bitch.
can't remember what you said to me.
Oh, I've
but
never
I'm
been
so
mad at
about it.
I've never been mad at you, but you've definitely said like what people could interpret as horrible things. I don't give a shit because that's just what you do, and I think it's hilarious. But you've definitely said some.
So wait,
borderline-
I got a question for you guys. What do you think the top costumes for this Halloween are going to be, or what do you think you'll see the most of for this Halloween?
Those are two opposite questions.
Ray Rice. Wow.
That's out there.
That's going around. Did you see it?
Yeah.
People are
No.
dressing up in a Ray Rice thing, and they're dragging around a blow-up doll.
That's hilarious.
Let me see if I can get
Yeah.
a picture of it.
That's
like a big
really
thing.
fucking funny.
And then they said there's going to be like Adrian Peterson people, like Adrian Peterson costumes, all that.
Well, there was like a list
I don't know,
of
I
like
think it's a little too much.
there was a list of like the 23 most offensive costumes this year, and I thought they were all amazing costumes. It was like Ray Rice, Ebola patient.
I read an article
Dead
today
Robin
that they sell
Williams.
Ebola stuffed animals, and they're apparently selling like hotcakes.
What?
What are they stuffed with? Blood?
And it's like a stuffed animal that looks like the brown Ebola tadpole. It's like a little stuffed pillow.
Oh, the molecule itself?
I mean, it basically looks like a brown piece of sperm, essentially.
Yep. Yep, it looks like a tapeworm or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think some people would do the whole Ebola route, like either like the worker or the patient. I think the Ray Rice thing, like you said, I think a lot of people might do that. What else though? What else was big this year that people could actually be for Halloween?
You could be a member of
I don't know.
ISIS.
I think people could be Robin Williams.
Is it too
Is that
soon to be a
weird?
jihadist?
Yeah.
Is that a thing? Because that's super offensive.
Who?
People probably be like a jihadist. Like you're a
I
member
think
of
it's-
ISIS.
I think it's kind of
I mean,
racist.
that's super offensive any time of year. I don't, or any year of any Halloween. I don't know.
Yeah.
I feel like you're just asking to get your ass kicked.
Yeah, that's what I'm
If you're
saying.
dressing
Like
up like
those
an
are
ISIS
super
person.
offensive ones. Yeah.
I
You
don't
see
know.
this cool glare of light coming behind your head.
So here's.
I saw it. I'm trying to like get rid of it.
No, I thought it was interesting. It was like right in the middle, like a mohawk.
So the 17 most
How long have
offensive
you had a
ones.
head shaved?
Like 3 months, 4 months, a while.
Oh, I guess it feels like June wasn't that long ago, but I guess it was a while ago. Anyway, what
Yeah, it was, dude. It feels like a while. Or it doesn't
what
feel
else
like a
is
while.
on the list, Brian? Do you have the list up?
Yeah, so we got, in order of rank, it looks like, we have Ray Rice, Zombie Robin Williams, Ebola Patient, Missing Nigerian Girls, Amanda Bynes, which Amanda Bynes
What
deserves
is
being made
that?
fun of.
I don't even know that story.
I don't know it
What
either.
are missing
Amanda Bynes?
Nigerian girls?
No, I don't know about Missing Nigerian. Let's go through the list though. Donald Sterling, because you're gonna be something. In order to be him, you have to keep saying things racist, I guess. Aunt Jemima, which I guess is pretty much a given. You can't be Aunt Jemima. There's never gonna be any context where that's funny. Period.
Why is that new for this year, though?
I guess-
What does that have to do with this year?
Well, that's
Why
all
are
things
people
this
just
year.
now
This
Aunt
is
Jemima?
just in general. Because the next one is
You mean
Eddie's.
like the
Oh,
syrup
okay.
Aunt Jemima? Because that's delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah, but we're talking costumes.
Mrs.
bro.
Butterworth's.
Any slutty Disney costume apparently is not okay. A missing Malaysian Airlines flight passenger. Stephen
What?
Collins.
How do you even dress up as that?
Yeah. What?
Those are not even
How is that
costumes.
just like?
This-
How is
that's
that
why I said
noticed?
this
Like,
naked
oh, I know what
sucks.
you are. You're a dead passenger from an airline.
Adrian Peterson carrying a switch. Naked Jennifer Lawrence.
Or Justin Verlander.
Look like
that would be
Jennifer
good.
Lawrence while you're naked, and then you can be naked Jennifer Lawrence for Halloween.
Yeah.
That's just
Then
so
you can just get paid
ridiculous.
to be
No one
naked
is
Jennifer
that.
Lawrence doing something else.
Right.
I don't know what the story
That's
is
a
with this one
full-time
either.
job.
Tracy Morgan and the Walmart truck driver. Anyone know about that?
Oh yeah, Tracy Morgan
No.
got slayed. You guys know Tracy Morgan, right? The comedian.
Yeah, of course. We were just talking
He was
about
in a
scare
terrible
tactics.
accident. He was in a terrible accident in New Jersey,
Oh,
going to a show.
right.
Really?
Yeah,
on the
he
highway.
got fucking murphed.
I didn't
Yeah, I
see
forgot
that.
about
Like
that.
one guy died. One guy in that bus died.
What?
But he had like multiple broken bones.
Yeah, he was in like critical condition for a
Is
while.
there a video?
That happened like real early in the year. No,
No, I don't think
there's
there's a video. There's no video. It happened. Yeah, he said he was going from like one show to the other or something through the night.
It looks like you were playing Bloody
Isn't
Knuckles,
that
BJ.
weird?
You ever play that game?
Right? Yes. Isn't that weird that you can ask that question nowadays? Like if you were like,
Is
oh,
there a
this
video?
celebrity was in a car accident. Right. Is there a video? Which is like a completely logical question now. That before that, like it's you
There's
would never
videos
think you could
everywhere,
ask
man.
that. But like nowadays, like there might be. That's what
Yeah,
I'm
there's
saying.
a video of basically everything.
crazy.
Back in the day,
Well, and-
it'd be like, is there a picture of it? And nowadays, is there a video of it?
In Russia and a lot
Yeah.
of like Eastern European countries, I guess because they have a lot of they don't have a lot of like protection for like civilians. So what they do is they all have like fucking dashboard cams and they all record everything. So that
Well,
way,
there's they do that for fraud stuff too.
Yeah, that's
because
what I
people
mean.
like fucking jump on the hood
yeah,
and they're
there's-
like, "Oh, you hit me."
There was one on Reddit where the guy did
Yeah.
it, and it's clearly on camera, and the guy was completely stopped before he got to the guy, and then the guy just jumped on the car anyway, and he's on camera the entire time. So the guy gets out of his car
Yeah.
after this kid jumps on, and he knows he's got him on camera, so he jumps out of his car and then just starts beating the shit out of the guy who's trying to fake jump on his car. And I'm like, fucking Russia,
It's
dude.
fucking crazy.
They don't give a shit.
That's really crazy.
Like what? How much do you get out of that? To even like, and how long does it take?
Who knows, dude?
There
Russia's
was,
I don't know.
there was this kid that we went to high school with that got hit by a car in Philly, and I don't think he got like any substantial money. He did not get hardly anything, and he was murfed.
I mean,
Silence. So everyone was just thinking at that point, like, man,
That's hilarious.
would that be a good
I
Halloween?
don't know.
how
Put
about,
an actual
how do you
number
guys,
on it. How much would you pay to get hit by a car? Like full on, I'm gonna
Oh,
drive
so
this shit
much.
into you, and you can like jump out of the way if you want to, or but like this shit's definitely gonna make contact with you.
I mean, no, I would definitely just matrix it. You just jump over it. Just do like a jump forward.
Yeah,
You're gonna
and then the
parkour?
car's
Then
going
it
so
clips your
fast that
legs.
you will
It
like
clips your
you'll
legs
do
and you
like a
flip.
somersault.
You flip.
alright,
flip
but
so
how,
high.
What, I got
How
two
much-
broken ankles?
okay, let's phrase it this way. How much would somebody have to pay you to let them hit you with their car? What's your minimum to get hit by a car?
I
Non-fatal,
really don't know. It
non-fatal,
has- I
and
mean,
no lifelong like pain or injuries.
Yeah, but both my feet will be broken for a while, so like it's not like I could even enjoy the money.
So what's, bro?
You can enjoy it after you heal up, dude.
Yeah,
you
how
get
long
a
do you
sweet car.
You think I'm gonna fucking sit there
I
for
mean, I
30
guess,
years,
like,
be like, my
probably
feet?
like 150,000, 200,000 bucks.
I'd probably
Is
do
that
less
too
for
little?
that. For a little less than that. I do it for 6 figures, definitely. Any 6 figures, I would take.
Yeah, I would say I'd do
100
that.
grand, please.
How much to blow, dude?
Yeah, I don't think I would actually do it, honestly. I don't want to break any bones. I don't care how much money it is.
You're dumb.
I've never
gonna
broken
go the
a bone,
opposite
so I
route.
don't know. Maybe it's
Not me
worse
either.
than I think.
I got hit in the face with a softball once, and I'm pretty sure that broke my nose. But
I've never
besides that,
broken a
I've
bone,
never
but-
actually broken anything, and I prefer not to, ever.
For
It
100
just
grand?
seems absolutely horrible when you think about like a bone popping through your skin.
I don't walk anyway.
It just
I
seems
hate
like the worst
walking.
possible.
It does sound.
Did you see the basketball player, dude,
Yes.
whose leg popped out?
Yeah, dude, it looked
That
like
happened,
fucking...
that happened. Well, it happened again. Like it happened to an NBA guy. It
Really?
happened to a college dude like a year and a half ago, and it was the guy was playing for the USA team, and the same exact thing happened. I forget who it was, but he's a pretty like known person. I just don't follow basketball at all.
Because it's boring.
Yeah,
It's
man.
super boring. Unless it's the playoffs. I have to give the playoffs a really good
Playoffs for any sport are
Playoffs in
interesting.
general, I can watch.
Yep. I was going to say the same thing. Because there's something on the line. It's different when you have fucking, what, how many games do they play in basketball a year? The season?
82.
It's...
82.
Who cares about... Who wants to watch 82...
It's too many games.
The thing is, it's not only is it a lot of games, but I guess the differences of like baseball and basketball is at least baseball you can have like a moment where you hit like a home run. It's like, oh shit, like that was kind of cool. But basketball, it's like, no, he
Yeah,
dunked
it's
it
never
for
gonna
the
happen in
7th
basketball.
for the 17th time this game. Like the games that matter, it's like
Yeah.
Kobe Bryant scored 70 points. Oh, not 70, that's too much. But like he scored 40 points. Like
Huh.
whatever, he
He
scores
actually
fucking
scored,
28
like-
on a normal day.
He scored 80 points in a game once.
he
Probably
really?
more.
Did he really?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's impressive, but I mean, even still, that's also retarded. That's the
They should do half court shots for 5 points. 5 points on the half court.
On SportsCenter today,
You
there was
know?
a college kid who made 5 half-court shots in a row straight.
Nice.
Yeah, see, it's not that hard to do. If you fucking play basketball all day, every day, you can make half court shots. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
I would
I
imagine.
just feel like life, and even the shooting people are like 6'7", 6'6", 6'8". Like I just feel like life at that size is so different that the hoop is just not. It's not obviously nearly as high.
How
You're just
hard? It
scaled
can't be a
up.
challenge. If the thing is though, basketball is just so one-dimensional, right? There's no like, okay, like football, you can say like there's a lot of strategy and playmaking and decision making, and I like the thing is with football too that I think is really interesting and that people don't really appreciate is you have a fucking helmet on and you have to like try and like if you're a quarterback, your peripheral vision has fucking people everywhere. And like these guys have like memorized routes and stuff. Like that's way more hard to execute and fucking you 4 seconds to execute it perfectly. In basketball, it's like, well, this guy's open, and he's right in front of me, and the court's fucking 4 feet
Yeah,
wide.
but you have to think about it as in like it's a full-time job. That's what they do for their whole life. So like if you do something for 20 years, it's like second.
You saying this in
nature,
reference
just
to
like any
football
other
or
job.
Right.
basketball?
Both.
Regardless, it's irrelevant.
But I think
That's
I
your
think
job.
if you're comparing which one's more
it's more
difficult though,
football than basketball. But
I think if you're comparing which one's more difficult though or requires more game sense, I would say football absolutely over basketball.
No, I agree.
No.
I'm not.
It's
disagreeing.
different kinds of skill. I disagree. It's different kinds of skill. It's football. You have to be
it's different kinds of
calculated, but you're
skill.
telling me that a fucking linebacker is more skilled than fucking LeBron James? That makes no sense.
Not
No,
maybe
no,
not
no,
every
no.
player.
Your job is to
but
push
I
somebody.
do feel like though with basketball, you are one. Like you don't play basketball unless you're X height, basically. So like to be into this basketball, I guess sport and be good at it, you have to be a certain height.
But I think
So
PJ, to your point,
anyone that's under that
Yeah.
height.
you also just
Unless,
compared.
Allen Iverson is one of the few people, but most people are not under like 6'6", and that is very few
Yeah.
percentage of people that are even that tall. So it's like,
Yeah,
a league
it's not
of
even an
small
option.
percentage of People,
You
as
also
compared to
compared.
football or other sports where you
You
could
could-
be a regular size. I mean, it has to be bigger, but
I guess PG, you also compare the fucking premier
That's what she said.
basketball player to a fucking linebacker. Like I think if you're gonna compare LeBron James, I'm saying football in general. I'm not comparing
Right, but
player.
you said in general. You said in general, football is a more complex sport than basketball is, and I don't agree with that. I don't think it's right. I think they're
How?
completely different sports, and you can't compare. It's apples to oranges.
No,
they're
there's still
completely
different
different sports.
routes. I mean, you said that they have football, they have to learn their routes and they memorize them. But in basketball, they have the same thing because they have certain places
They
they
have
have to
plays in
stand, and certain
basketball,
times
too.
they have to move. Yeah, they move at certain times. They stand in certain places. Like when one person
Give
has
and
a ball,
go.
they
Give
know.
and go.
Yeah,
Well,
but the
not
amount
only
of
that, but they know when
room.
a certain person gets the ball, they have to continue on this path. Or if that person got the ball, then okay, then they need to do this. Like I think there's definitely strategy behind all of them.
I'm not saying there's not
Right.
strategy. I just think at
No.
at a
I just
macro
think
level, I think
It's
football
hard
is
to
more
compare them
complicated.
against each other, I feel. Because if you're going to compare any of them, then look at hockey. I mean, you're going to say that football and basketball are hard when guys in hockey are getting their nose broken and, they're going right back out on the ring and still playing.
I think
Whereas
hockey
football
players
players
are
just
some of the
never lose
toughest
done.
people for sure, but I would still
Absolutely.
say
They lose the teeth. It doesn't matter. Break a bone. Didn't that guy, break his leg and he was still playing for, a couple minutes not that long ago?
Yeah, for the rest of the game. I forget who that was.
Yeah,
that
that
happened
guy's
recently,
crazy.
I think.
I'm over here afraid to get hit by a car to get $100,000. Guy will break his leg to continue playing just the game.
He gets
He
more
does
than
also make a lot
$100,000
more
though.
than $100,000.
Right.
yeah, but I
Yeah.
mean, to play in a broken leg, you're on a contract. You might as well just get off the fucking ice and accept your money at that point. I mean, that's straight passion. That's straight drive to win. That's a lot of those guys don't do it for the money. They do it because they love the sport and they just love being competitive. And it
For
happens
hockey, of course.
for any sport. I think for any player who's a star in a sport, maybe not like a bench, but if you're a star at that sport, the money's nice, but you didn't grow up thinking I'm gonna make millions of dollars. I think most people are I just want to be.
I have to 100% disagree with you on that. I mean,
Okay.
if you're gifted
Yeah.
enough to be that good at it, that's obviously great, but you're gonna work your entire life to make millions and millions of dollars if that's an
You
opportunity.
think
that
you think
you're
that's why they're
given.
doing it though? Or you think they're only doing it for the payout? Not. I'm not saying that
I
they're not
think-
doing
I
it.
think-
I think they're doing it for the
I think
prestige.
Look
If-
at the Miami Heat.
I
Look
think
at the
if
Miami
football
Heat
players
a few years
got
ago. They're
paid
doing it for
regular
money.
salaries. So let's just say a football player made $75,000 a year. Every single person that played football made $75,000 a year. You would not have a football league.
Yeah, or
No
they
one
would be
would do it for a
terrible.
regular salary. No one would do it for a regular salary.
Right.
So it is all about the money.
So, no, I think
it's a year-round job. You have to literally train in the time that you're not playing your games, and you have to focus. You have to learn all these different strategies, and not only that, but anytime you play a different team, you then have to learn their strategies from what they recently do or whatever it is. That way, you know what you're going up against. I definitely think of money. I think a lot of players say that it's for the love of the sport, and I think the money is definitely one of the biggest perks that help motivate that love of the sport, or if you're a great
Right,
musician.
yeah.
No, but I think my
the
point.
money and a lot of people want the fame too, and a lot
Let
of people
him
don't want
finish.
fame.
Sorry,
Um,
worked out.
Go ahead,
Let him
Brian. You obviously
finish.
want
Come
No,
on.
I'm
Go ahead,
sorry.
Brian.
I didn't mean to jump in, but
My
there's a
God.
delay. There's a fucking delay. It's not my fault.
Go ahead, Brian. Go
No,
ahead.
finish what you were saying, bro. I didn't mean to interrupt.
What I was saying was that this was episode 5 of the World's Worst Podcast. Happy Halloween / other things that we talked about today. We will be back next week. Maybe not with the guest, maybe with the guest, or maybe not as a guest anymore. We'll see what happens.
Who knows? It's ever evolving.
Next week we'll be back to our regular format, and we'll be back to our regular format, and we'll have some interesting topics for you to talk about. So everyone, subscribe, say hi and bye to all of us. We love you. Comment below. You know what it is.
Wow,
Yeah.
I can't believe we ended on that.
Stuff.